Good evening, lamb chops. It is I, your favorite fluffy vampire Bluma. You got the popcorn, you got the drinks. Good shit, good shit. How are we doing? I hope good. Let me just get that set up. Alright. You bought Dr. Pepper? Oh, fuck yes. Oh, hi. Yes, oh, hi, Arya, Risu, Muffin. Did forget others? Yeah, they're all in his fluff, though. You gotta go for everybody else. Nice, noise. Oh, hi. Yeah, I tried to look up, as tradition, I tried to get some fun facts for us. Let's see. Oh, shit, I closed the tab. Oh, God. It's already fallen apart, bro. Let me pull it back up. Oh, yeah. Okay. And this one, I didn't get a lot of fun facts. The only one that I found that it was just, the movie is also called Dracula, the Great Undead. And from what I understand, this isn't exactly a movie, but I hope we can all still enjoy it. I know I will. It's basically more about Vincent Price just kind of narrating Dracula's life. So it's a bit more documentary than a movie, you know, with like plot points and whatever. They're all in his fluff, though. I think I'm gonna pass on the caramel. I just know his Fua's name, yeah. Fua. So yeah, not a super lot of fun facts I have for this one, but like, you know, Vincent Price talking about Dracula is pretty good. The real Count Dracula or the fictional? The real one, Vlad Tepes. It's supposedly a documentary about Vlad, so we'll see. Maybe it's the fictional one and that IMDb lied to me, so you know, could go either way. But I think it'd still be fun. Yes, Fua from Karen. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of actually when I was like naming him. So like Fua time. It's Fua time. Oh hi Jose. Or Red Risu when he was typing it. I was just like, but anyway, all right, let's get in the theater. Looks like we're here. We're piling in. You know, let's get in the theater and scoot on over so I can sit with you guys. Yes. At this point, I could listen to Vincent Price read a bone book, right? Oh my god. So glad we've been like discovering his greatness through these public domain movies. He's got that song on the Spotify. Noise. Alright. Here we go. It also might be really quiet. When I was testing it earlier, it was so quiet. I'm hoping I fixed it, so we'll see. Alright. I think it's good. Fuck yeah. It's in I guess it's in color. It's in 80s. I've gotten so used to us watching like black and white movies. That, like when I saw it, I was like, oh, color. Sounds good? Good. 13, like it. Oh, get it? It's a spooky number. Get it? For whom the bell tolls, get it? There he is.
Welcome, my friend. Come in and make yourself comfortable by the fire. I'm embarrassed that my butler wasn't able to meet you at the gate. I'm afraid we'll be supping alone this evening.
This is after they invented color.
Night to howl.
Goddamn. Oh, hello there, any matter. Dude, you're just in time. Was the scream necessary?
Please forgive the minor theatrics. I simply can't resist a good scare. Frankly, my friend, these...
God, he looks so old here.
As startling as they can be, grow rather
still good,
pale
though.
in the light of the story
Still
I am about to reveal.
Nice, you know? It was necessary.
You have asked for the truth about Dracula.
Almost done making your model, but you'll be listening. Hell yeah, Cam. Hell yeah.
Restless soul
Get your
has
model.
haunted generations. I must warn you, however, the truth about Dracula, about Vlad the Impaler, the great undead, is not for the timid. Ah, but my manners,
God,
apologies, dear
it's
friend.
like he looks way older, but like it's still
Something
so
to
him.
relieve a parched throat, perhaps.
You know what I mean?
Red. Good.
Like some people when they get old, they look like really, really old and like they're so wrinkly and saggy you can't tell it's them. But him, it's like it's still him. Man, aged well, my guy. Hi, Arya. Hi.
Like the
Yeah, he's just
tightly
wrinkly.
locked
Yeah,
door at
exactly.
the
His
top of
hair's
the
white and he's just a little more
stairway in
wrinkly.
the classic horror
My
movies.
guy. This is so weird.
Dracula's
Because this
legend
came out
stands
like
before us,
10
daring
years,
us to
12 years
investigate.
before he died, I guess.
I, like you, have
I think he
always
died in
been fascinated
94?
with Dracula.
93?
The curiosity that brings you
Yeah.
here tonight led me
Aged
to
like
ask the
wine,
same
yes.
questions. Why has the Dracula
Drink the
legend
I'm just here to
intrigued
clean
us
the
so
toilets
many
back.
generations? Could it be his
You got a new videos channel?
time
Fuck yeah, I'll have to
for
try and look
mortality?
check him out.
His hypnotic power?
I am preparing to age like
the
cottage
elegance of this
cheese.
gentleman killer, or the sheer thrill
I know,
of
I
his
age
death?
like well I don't
Almost
age,
all
but
of
if I
these elements
did,
combined
if I
make
did,
Dracula the most popular
I'd age
character in
about
history
as
of
good
horror,
as like,
inspiring hundreds of
well,
writers and filmmakers,
you know, like gum
but I
after you
caution
chew it and you just kind of stick it on
approach
something
disease
like that, chewed up gum, but like
more
on a
respect
sunny sidewalk
one
in
would
90-degree
have for
humid weather. That's
ordinary
how I'm gonna
fictional
feel when I age, I think.
For there is more truth than
Uncomfortably.
fiction in the story of Vlad Dracula. Though a legend surrounds him, I assure you that such a man actually lived over 400 years ago in the mountains of Transylvania, a very
did.
real country.
Fuck
in the
yeah, it
heart
is.
Of Europe.
Wow,
Here, in
footage?
fact,
Holy shit.
In this town of Shigashiwara, the real Dracula, Vlad Dracula, began a legend that would endure the centuries.
Fuck yeah. The man, the
A
myth,
brass
the
plaque
legend.
still announces the fact to passers-by. In this house, Vlad Dracula was born. And now the truth, my friend. Travel back with me to 15th century Transylvania.
That's so cool. I didn't ever think about that, like visiting the
Those
house
were
where he was
turbulent
born.
times for
Like I know I really want to go to the
Transylvania and for
castle
its
he lived
neighboring
in, but
region,
like
Wallachia, which was ruled by Dracul, the father of Dracula. It was the height of the bloody and brutal holy wars, and the Islamic Turks had sworn to wipe out Christianity. This made the Turks mortal enemies of Vlad's people.
what country was it in again? Transylvania is where he
For
was.
many of his teenage years, Vlad was held captive by the Turks. When his father was murdered by dissenters in his own country, young Vlad, less than 20 years old, escaped and joined troops on a crusade against his enemies.
But they were at war with the Turks for a while.
Within a few years, he had led several successful missions and was rewarded by his people with the same title his father had held, Crown Prince of Wallachia. Thus began a rise to power unlike any other in
Why
history.
could I?
Vlad
Wait.
first
Why could I have
decided to
watched a
assert
Disney movie or
his
something like
newfound
Goosebumps?
power within his own country.
Because YouTube would
He
wreck my
issued
shit if I tried to play
proclamations
like a
from
movie
his
like
long
Goosebumps.
table with a clear message for the boyars: submit or die. Innocence was a question decided
But
by
Arya,
only
this is
one
educational.
man, Vlad Dracula.
It's about
In one
about
day,
the
some
great
500 nobles
great
were
vampire
impaled on
Dracula.
stakes in the hills surrounding the city. Few dared to stand up against
Oh,
him
fuck.
again. From then on,
I like how
Dracula
YouTube
was
tries to
known
censor
as
that.
Vlad
I can
the
see it,
Hesh,
but it's
Vlad
not in the chat
the
log.
Impaler.
That's so funny.
And within a very short time, Dracula was undeniably the leader of his people.
I hear say Goosebumps has a fireplace in it. Definitely can't play it. Exactly. We would get screwed out right there as soon as there was a fire.
Dracula now
Screw
turned
education.
towards
I got education
Pennsylvania
of
with an
scary
army
movies.
20,000 strong. The warning sounds were sent out.
But I got
Vlad
this is
Tepes
it's education
coming,
for to learn
Vlad
about my
the
people.
Impaler,
Look at the
sounded
vampires.
back. No one knew where or when he would strike, but the tales of his tortures preceded him. In a papal letter sent to the Vatican, his atrocities were described. He killed some by breaking them under the wheels of carts.
Ooh.
Others, stripped of their clothes, were skinned alive.
Oh.
Others placed upon stakes or roasted on red-hot
Yeah,
coals.
that's the really important one,
Others
on
punctured
the
with
stakes.
piercing their heads, their breasts, their buttocks, and the middle of their entrails, with the stake emerging from their mouths. The Transylvanians tried to take refuge behind the secure walls of monasteries, but nothing could stop the bloodthirsty Vlad Dracula.
What about my people, the demons and the wolves? If you can find me a public domain movie about the history of demons or wolves, we'll watch it. If you can find it, we will watch it. And yeah, and again, it's kind of on me and my stupid sheep brain. I thought this was a movie. Like, I didn't realize there was a documentary until, like, today. Like, an hour ago. I didn't realize it was just a documentary. Real question is if Vincent Price knew this was being done for a movie documentary, or did they just film him having a casual conversation? That's my headcanon. No, that's my headcanon, that he was also a vampire stan. I love that. Ooh. Ooh. Wow, they like just... Oh, they're pulling him onto a stake. I see. Yikes. Yeah, I didn't think about that, how they might be alive when he was doing that.
Unquestionably in command of his homeland.
They just had to edit out the parts of him asking, what's up with the camera? Yeah. And then the buddy going, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Dude, also here, if you want to lean closer to this mic and he puts like a mic on his coat when you're talking, I would appreciate it. This isn't the steak that I wanted. Yeah, it's a little rare, huh? I'm sure he'll cook it, crisp up that skin. I wonder if he's going to talk about how, like, the real Vlad would in fact drink the blood of the enemies because he thought it would make him stronger. So that's a real thing, too. That's part of how the vampire allegations started.
Within an amazingly short period of time, he had achieved.
Wait a minute, I'm part
impossible,
vampire because I like the taste of
leaving a
blood.
bloody trail of
I don't know if that
Turkish
makes you
villages
part
behind
vampire,
him.
but
Vlad and his
sure.
troops reached the Black Sea.
What you
This
doing
was a
drinking
highly
blood, girl?
symbolic accomplishment, and those who choose to remember only those victories still call Vlad Dracula a hero.
I'll call him a hero.
But Dracula's success was short-lived.
What? Short-lived what?
Taking the matter somewhat more seriously, the Turkish Sultan sent 200,000 troops into Transylvania.
Eh?
Against these odds, Dracula was forced to retreat towards Wallachia. He had no choice but to return to his castle, but Vlad wasn't alone. The Sultan sent a battery of troops after him, and Dracula's mighty castle was destroyed.
But it's still there today, though. Did, like, they
Dracula,
rebuild
however,
it?
escaped through a secret tunnel with a few friends and fled to Hungary.
They must have been able to, like, recreate it. Because I know
12
it's still
years
there
later,
today.
Vlad Dracula was finally killed by the Turks at this spot, Snagov. The Sultan ordered that Vlad's head be returned to him as proof of his demise. The monks at Snagov buried Dracula's
No
headless
spoilers. Oh,
body
sorry.
in their monastery. Some say he lives on. Truthfully, I am appalled at the treatment dealt him at the hands of today's Western culture. It must sadden him to be reduced to a mathematical puppet for preschoolers, a gaudy waxen caricature in cheap chambers of horrors. Why, his name
Same.
has even been associated with a sugar-saturated breakfast cereal. This is an
Oh
insult.
yeah, Count Chocula.
A hero to his people and the very image of Satan to his enemies. The true, terrifying history of Dracula is found in no less a shrine than the British Museum. This in itself stands as a tribute to this master politician.
Shit, the Brits have a Dracula shrine? That's so quirky.
All-round benevolent dictator. Of course, every head of state has been prone to excess, and every head of state has his own peculiar tastes, whether for jelly beans, peanuts, or blood.
Dracula what? Ayo, what? Count Chocula isn't canon? Correct, it's just an imitation of the man.
It was Bram Stoker, an Irish novelist, who
You found
first
one about wolves? Is it
introduced
public
the
domain,
Dracula
though?
to English literature. His research into the historical Vlad Dracula was painstaking.
But I like Count Choc.
If you'll permit the pun.
I feel like this. He's like, I can't believe you would like that trash. And I'm like, but chocolate. He's like, but what about my name, my image? You destroy me. And I'm like, marshmallows.
1897 novel Dracula.
Count Chocula. It's a cereal. Do they not have that in Mexico? Mexico?
Soon we were hemmed in with trees, which in places arched right over the roadway, till we passed as though through a tunnel.
Oh man, now he's talking about the
Just
movie
then,
from Bram
the moon,
Stoker. Or the
sailing
book.
through the black clouds, appeared behind the
No.
jagged crest of a beetling.
Yeah, it's probably too
pine
unhealthy if I
clad
had to
rock.
guess.
And by its light, I saw around us.
Yo, he's got them stylish glasses. Wow, our man is so fine.
With long,
Oh my god.
sinewy limbs and shaggy hair. All at once, the wolves began to howl. The horses jumped about and
It's by
reared.
Animal
We
Educate.
kept
Yeah,
our
but that doesn't
scent.
mean it's public domain,
Suddenly,
girl.
I was conscious of the fact that
I
the
can
driver
only
was
watch
in
them
the
if they're
act of
public
pulling
domain,
up the
or
horses
I
in the
get in big
courtyard
trouble.
Of a vast ruined castle, from whose tall black windows came no ray of light. Kind of a place that I come to. And among what kind of people?
Now you're gonna tell me that Dracula
I
said.
heard a heavy step approaching behind the great door.
That Dracula
and
said
saw
blah blah
through
blah.
the chinks
Yeah, you
the
wish. He said
gleam
blah
of
blah
a
blah.
coming light. Then there was the sound of rattling chains.
You
and
never
the
checked
clanking
the
of
cereal
massive
section when you're at the
bolts
grocery
drawn
store.
back. A key was turned.
I read, like, someone told me once that, like, cereal is, like, super bad for you, because a lot of the cereals, at least here, a lot of them have so much sugar they're not good for you, and it's extra bad to have that much sugar in the morning.
Clad in black
I'm like,
from
okay,
head
I got
to
you.
foot,
Yo,
without a
remember me?
single speck of color on
Maybe.
him. The old man motioned me in with his
The icon doesn't look familiar, but I know some Noahs, so
excellent
maybe.
English, but with a strange
But welcome
intonation.
in anyway, Noah.
Welcome to my house. Enter freely.
They have a lot of sugar, yeah.
Of your own
Lots
whim.
of sugar.
He made no motion of stepping to meet me, but stood like a statue, as though his gesture of welcome had fixed him into stone. The
God,
instant,
imagine if we
however,
could get
that
an
I had
audiobook
stepped
of
over the
Vincent Price
threshold,
reading Dracula. I would
moved
kill for that.
impulsively
What are we watching? We're
I
watching
said in
Dracula
a
1982, aka Vincent Price's
bowed
Dracula.
courtly gesture as he replied,
It's a bit more documentary than actual movie. It's basically Vincent Price giving us history on Vlad Tepes, and now he's talking about Bram Stoker's Dracula.
"Let me see to your
Vincent
comfort
Price's autobiography.
myself." Well, from your expression, I can see
I'm so
that
sad Vincent Price
Dracula
isn't here
still
anymore.
isn't real to
He's
you.
just such a good
Can you
actor, and his
begin?
voice is so
Can
good.
you imagine, for instance, that Bram Stoker's
The
Castle
fact that he
Dracula
did this too,
might
like, that is still my headcanon, that, like, they were just recording a
To
night
ensure the
in with him, and
strength of
they were
his
like,
reign once
hey,
and
can you
for
tell me
all,
about your
Dracula
hyperfixation?
used
And he's like,
Easter,
gladly.
the most
Let me
sacred
tell you
order
about
of
Dracula.
holidays, as a trap. He encouraged a
He was just so
festive gathering of
passionate from what I
nobles and
understand about
peasants
doing
on
this. Like,
Easter
they asked him, and he's
morning,
like, yes.
and then
Like, we didn't even
surrounded
explain the
and
details. He's
captured
just
them
like,
all.
yes, I'll do
The
it.
old and sick were impaled and placed like fence posts
So it was a
around
waste to
the
bring
city,
Dr. Pepper?
while
No,
the young,
no, it's not a
healthy
waste.
citizens were taken
You changed your
still in their
profile? That
easy
might be why.
costumes
I'm more of a
and forced
picture
to work
person,
on the
Noah. I'm so
construction
sorry.
of
Like,
Castle Dracula.
I
They were
remember
fed as
people
little as
better
possible
by their profile
and
pictures.
worked
I'm so
until the
sorry if you
clothes
have been
fell
in
off
here
their
before.
backs. No one knows how many years
I promise I won't get too political. 5 drinks later,
No
this
one
movie.
knows how many died. He had built a perfect retreat closer to Transylvania.
I guess technically,
in
yeah, it is a little
difficult spot
political,
to
isn't it?
attack.
Talking about the war with the
Deep in
Turks and
Carpathian
Christianity and all that.
Mountains, perched securely on a
Can you tell me
lofty
about your
crag,
hiking? Good luck
lies
stopping me.
Castle
Exactly. That's me.
Today
Once
it
I start
stands in
getting too
ruin,
friendly at the party.
silent, save for
Me at
moaning
the
wind
function.
that echoes
So
through
anyway,
its
in the year
silhouette night.
1982, that's when they first
One can
discovered like
only
the first
imagine
vampire
the height of
hieroglyphics.
its battlements.
The dog that wandered over in the guest that nobody asked.
Oh, yes,
You know.
Castle Dracula was real, and
You're on
to the
9%, like
Transylvanians,
battery?
so
Good
were
luck, man.
vampires. The ornate frescoes on these old Transylvanian church walls tell the story of vampirism. According to tradition, should a man change his religion
I'll change
from
it. No,
Eastern Orthodox
Risu,
to
no.
Roman Catholicism,
I think I remember
as
you
Lad
because you're
Dracula
here
did,
like
he
literally
was
every time.
excommunicated and
I
upon
got you,
death
bro.
became a vampire.
You and
These
Muffin, I think
drawings are
I would be
vivid
able
in
to call
detail,
out.
depicting the
Probably
restless
Antimatter,
souls of the
and
undead
Jose,
rising out
and
of their
Cam.
graves.
Because Cam has changed his profile picture. The first few times he changed it, I was like,
So,
is that
the legend
Cam?
has some basis in fact. The potential of
Thinking about
such
changing mine?
rich
Yeah.
drama
You
was
should
quickly
change yours, because yours is still just
discovered
like
by
the
young,
M.
booming film
The
industry,
red M.
both in Europe
And that way
and
too, if
Hollywood.
Dylan's ever in here, I'll be able to
Dracula's
tell you two
legend
apart.
found new
You,
life
it's so
in
crazy because like it's
1922
randomly
with the
assigned what
release of a
color,
German
right? And you two
film
got the exact same
entitled
shade of red. So I'm just like,
Director
who said that?
Friedrich Murnau unfortunately could not secure the necessary copyrights from Mr. Stoker, so he changed things slightly.
Ah, now we're talking about
Transylvania
Nosferatu,
became
huh?
Baltic states, Count Dracula
Love
became
that.
Count Orlok, but essentially Nosferatu was the first of over 200 movies
Damn
to
right.
contribute to Dracula lore.
Dracula lore.
I have a copy
According
of
to
the
the
film ready
judgment
in
of the
the,
Oratrice Mechaniste and Alice Coronel.
Would you care
Yeah.
to have a look at Dracula's first starring role?
And then change mine to Risu and let Bloom be. Damn it, Annie, don't do that to me. I will have to sit here and be like, oh
They
yeah,
just
thank.
don't make them like this anymore. And it's a good thing, too.
Oh shit. Don't go into the Twilight Zone! Please come back! Don't go to the light! We still need you! Oh shit. Oh yeah, it was like the first movie night we did was Nosferatu. What a throwback, huh guys? What a throwback. Remember, there was no voice acting. I was yapping like the whole time. Kinda like this time. Sorry, I had to bring that in there. Nah, it's appreciated. I don't get to say it that often in casual conversation. Not a lot of people ask me about the Oratrice Mechaniste and Alice Cardinal, you know? Okay, but that was still a lot of fun. It was.
The actor is Max Schreck. His
Yeah.
Count Orlok bears little resemblance to the elegant devils of later Hollywood and London versions. Though vampire stories have been translated to
Yeah,
the screen
but
as
according to
early
the
as
judgment of the
1909,
Oratrice Mechaniste
this
and Alice
film
Cardinal,
was an
yeah.
adaptation of Stoker's
You're gonna be able
novel
to see
and
have a
is
whole can
considered
of
the
Mountain Dew
first
and a plan of
Dracula
staying up.
vampire movie.
Well, as long as you
Even
don't got
today,
school,
Nosferatu
I say that's fine.
remains a
Why not?
masterpiece of
Live your
art.
best life. Oh yeah, and then we learned too, like that was my favorite fun fact of Nosferatu, is that Dracula didn't die in sunlight. It only could weaken him. It was Nosferatu that died in sunlight, and then everyone ever after that, whenever they wrote about a vampire, would be like, oh yeah, and the sunlight turned them to dust, or
I
turned them
just
to
love a
ash,
good
and I'm like,
romance.
son of a
Kind of
bitch, that's
brings
not
the
how it
blood
actually
to the throat,
goes.
doesn't it?
Click, click,
But
click.
the story gets better with every telling, as each element is added to the tale. The fangs, the black silk cape, the hypnotic eyes, even the myth that a vampire casts no reflection in a mirror. The vampire Dracula is a development of the ancient legends, and it's surprising how
Except
many
for a
similarities
certain
exist
movie,
between
which shall not be
the
named in
blood-sucking
recent
undead
times.
of
It's
Dracula's
true.
time
But again,
and
those
the
aren't
modern
vampires, those are
fictionalized
fucking
vampire
fairies,
of
and
today.
she can fight me about it.
There are the
She wrote about a
common
pixie
well-known myths,
in a
of
man's
course.
body.
Should
Ah,
one wish
God,
to
I
remain
hate it.
totally prepared in
She's like,
case
yeah, those are
of
vampires. They came to me in a
vampire
dream. I'm like,
attack,
the fuck it
I have
did.
assembled a small vampire emergency kit.
Vampire emergency kit? Oh, show us.
The first item, garlic. And pungent it is. The mere presence of this deliciously smelly herb will keep away the vampire, and for that matter, anyone else
I love
except
garlic
a very
bread.
dedicated apprentice chef. Now, the Transylvanians used to smear the fresh-cut cloves of garlic about their doorways and window sashes. The cross, of course, has always been the absolute power over vampires. Its shape has defended many a film
Why
star
garlic though?
from the
Because in the garlic there's like an antibiotic, or it has anti-acid properties that were used to cure like diseases and stuff way back in the day. And so they thought that vampirism was a disease at first, so they thought anything that heals the body would go against a vampire. Talking about drinking Mountain Dew. I have Saturday and Sunday off. Since I worked last Sunday, Saturday. Oh.
Just the right size. Guess you know what they're for.
Wait, why are you sad about that? Don't you have? Isn't that 2 days off in a row? Isn't that awesome?
It is a small
That was because they didn't guys the garage. Yes, yes, sir. Muffin remembers our vampiric history. Haven't been here in a while. Yeah, no worries, man. I'm glad you could join though. Hang out for a bit. These movie nights are usually pretty laid back. We don't do much, so you know. If you just need background noise, this is your stream, bro.
In Romania, the sounding
The more you
of a
know.
tuaca is a ritual performed by the priest several times each day. Now, should you not succeed in scaring off
Yeah, but my body is sore and asking me to rest. Then rest, my guy. Kick back, put your feet up, bro. Nothing wrong with that. It's true.
There are
That too.
specific instructions as how to accomplish this. They are given in Romanian, so please allow me to translate.
Wait, do you think he
We
actually
bury
speaks
the
Romanian?
vampires away outside the village, up in the mountains by themselves, or at a crossroads far away from here. Nobody is safe from the vampires.
It's calling
So,
Aries.
whenever
Oh, I
strange
got your
things happen,
message, by the way.
you
I would definitely
suspect
send you a
right
friend
away
request
that
in
it's a
Zenless
vampire.
as soon as I get to a
The
high enough
first
level.
thing to
Last
do
time I tried,
is to go out
it said I
and
wasn't a
look
high
at
enough
the
level to add
graves
people
in
yet,
the
because I had
cemetery.
some friends ask me
You
to.
look for freshly turned dirt or some
I'd
other
be more
sign
surprised if
that
you
a
did
grave
this,
has been
right?
disturbed. You have to do this during the day. Vampires aren't dangerous
Update.
during the day,
Yeah.
only at night. That's when they come out to suck people's blood and make them sick and put a curse on people.
Guess
So
I'll level up
you
as
go
well.
out to
Ah,
the
okay.
cemetery in the
At least I
daytime.
don't think so. Like,
If
I know
you
because
see
the other night I was
signs,
actually
you have to
online
open
with
up
some
the
friends,
grave
and like they
and
tried to get me to
kill
enter
them.
their codes, and they're like, "Oh,
In some
it's just straight
cases,
up not an option
they
for you
kill a
yet. I guess you gotta
vampire
level
by
up."
cutting off its head.
Suck what? Not eat blood, blood,
The surest
blood.
way to kill a vampire is by driving a stake
Suck.
through his heart. The stake has to be driven right through.
And I did
the
get my first
vampire's
S-rank
body
character. I got Nikomata,
into the ground.
so at least I
If
have
you
an
don't
S-rank now.
find him and kill him, he remains undead. Vampires are
You only
no
live
quaint
once, facts.
legend, nor is
And if you're me, you
Dracula
live for a very long
theatrical
time.
character
Vampire
created
facts.
through actors,
I just
special
heard suck. Of
effects.
course you did. You and your
He is
balls.
terribly real.
BRB,
Certainly
grabbing my
Hollywood
bonk in bed.
has contributed much to
Nikomata,
the
yeah.
success
Isn't that her
in
name? I
Now,
think
many
Nico,
great men have played Dracula
Nikomia,
on
maybe?
stage and
I thought her
screen.
name was Nikomata, though.
Most of them were
She's
my
the little
friends.
girl, red
Who I
outfit,
somehow
cat
never had the
motifs.
opportunity to
Her kit revolves
play the
around
king of the
dodging at the perfect moment and doing counterattacks. She's
There
super
are
fun to
many
use, very
classic
fast. I like her.
film portrayals which
Her
have
dream
mixed
team is with
fact
Wolfman, so you know all the more
fantasy
reason for me to keep trying to
create
get
the
my man.
popular image of
Oh yeah,
Count
yeah.
Dracula.
Oh my god, what you? Oh shit, yeah, I guess. Completely polar opposite color scheme, but yes.
Over the years, many vampire movies have featured female vampires, but none compares with the nightmarish Vampire, directed by Carl Dreyer in 1932.
Ooh, maybe we'll have to try and look for that one to watch. Okay.
In this artistically acclaimed film, Dreyer presents his vampire as an ugly, old, witch-like woman. The
Ooh.
horror is further enhanced by Dreyer's imaginative use of the camera.
I just got
Such
Grace.
techniques as shooting
Oh, I'll have
through
to look at who that
gauze
is.
to
I
create
don't
a
remember their names
dreamlike
yet.
haze are still used by filmmakers to
Videos
this day.
from like 42 years ago. Well, that time where Akayu interpreted Corona, it was so funny. I really like their stream still, where it's like they were gonna play, I think it was the newest Mario Party or whatever, and like they realized there was only local co-op, so Coroni's like, I'm on my way, and it was just her ending her stream and running to Okayu's house. Oh, you don't know their names very good either. Short Girl? Yeah, Short Girl. Everyone from that house, I want so bad. That faction, the Victorian housekeeping, I love all of them. Been taking too much Elden Ring lately. Just press X to touch grass. Touch grass, yeah.
The pretty young girl. And of course, the most famous of all the Hollywood Draculas, Bela Lugosi.
Bela Lugosi! Woo! Let's go!
Day, the vampires must return to the ground.
Grace is the midriff mommy?
Or else find shelter from a curse.
Hold on, let me try and look at it real quick.
It is then they are powerless. Then we must leave at daybreak. It's our chance to get away from here.
Ah, yes, that is a mommy, isn't it? Oh my goodness.
Their work of destruction
Mommy.
would be cowards. What else is there to do? Search for them. Find their corpse-like bodies.
Yeah, her name's Nicoma. Yes, I knew it. I got one right.
Only they can be destroyed.
And like Wolf Daddy, like I think his name is Lycon, but it doesn't, like when you look at the name, that is not how I would think to pronounce it, so I still don't know if I'm saying it right when I look at his name.
They would be crazy to attempt.
I'll be touching Grace alright.
I'll never do
Yeah.
it. Never.
Mess with its configuration.
In the morning they'll leave
Run
it.
that shit on admin, kinda mess it up.
Vampire
Touch it
stars
real
some
good.
Very famous actress. Yes, that is Lionel Barrymore.
In 3
Who?
hours it would be
We only know
daylight.
vampire actors. Don't say his name like I know who that is,
The house
Vincent.
is well protected from night.
Rena is also a mommy. Hold up, let me look at Rena. Oh, yes. She's from Victoria Housekeeping. Mommy.
Ah, the classic Dracula pose. But not the classic ending.
This vampire business has given me a great idea for a new act.
Great idea for a new act.
New act. I will be the vampire. Did you watch me? I gave all of me. I was greater than any real vampire.
Sure. But get off your makeup.
Yes, and help me with some of this packing.
You have to shove this blinky job onto me.
As the film industry progressed, so did the vampire story. In this 1943 production, Return of the Vampire, Bela Lugosi played a vampire who had been buried in London and was brought back to life by a World War II air raid.
Ooh.
Is that blasted spike sticking out of his chest?
No, it ain't right for a man to be buried decent and proper like, and then go and get hurt by a blooming bomb splint. That spike's got to come out before we bury him again.
Oh boy. I noticed that Amber and Ambi has the same line in GP. Oh yeah? They...
Boris,
Which line?
chicken-hearted, what you are.
Oh. What's that? Come on, Oris. Let's bury him and get it over with.
I do appreciate those bits in. It doesn't happen in every vampiric lore, but there is some where it's like, when you put the stake in,
Lugosi
if you take it out, they come
his
back to
steps
life.
towards immortality.
Lady Jane Ainsley and
Because like in other ones, like when you put the stake in, they turn to dust. I like it when they stay a body, and then if you take it out, they just come back to life.
My curse.
Posing as an escaped German
When I'm
doctor,
listening to the music and thinking
the
detective.
vampire
I don't know, I feel like a
chose
lot of these old movies have like the same kind of orchestra going on.
How will you do it, master?
Ah, here we go. Some of that vampires having werewolves as slave lore for y'all.
I must find a new resting place. There you will bring the coffin with my native soil. And then, Andreas, I have other plans.
And well, you can guess the rest.
I've seen sick men before.
What would happen?
I know about
Wonder
men.
if it would still happen even
Perhaps
with
the
a
most
splinter.
unwilling vampire in
I
film
don't think
history was
so, because
John
like you need
Beale.
like
As
it needs to be
Dr.
big enough to
Beale
like
in the
pierce their
1957
heart, you
movie
know?
simply
So I think if you just got a
entitled
splinter in your
The
chest, I don't think
You
it would
told
work.
yourself these pills were from vampire bats.
Exactly, but Paul, that doesn't make you another Dracula. You found a strong suggestive influence there, that's all.
You think so?
My
But
opinion.
what happened if they got splintered? They would pull it out.
Well, you're wrong, Will.
They said it at the ready, but in Japanese in the same line. Oh, okay,
I don't
neat,
want to see you
neat.
destroy your life.
Yeah, honestly, when I think of amber lines from Genshin, I just think of, I feel like running,
Oh, hallucination.
you know?
But suppose it is. Look, suppose you confess to that killing last night. Paul, you'll never be able to pick up your work here again. It's a small town, Paul. It's a small town. People...
Delving into the world of science fiction rather than straight horror, The Vampire tells the story of a doctor who unintentionally takes vampire pills.
11?
Vampire pills, oh my
Seems to
god.
be the hour. That's as long as I can go without the pills.
Now, nonsense. All right, Paul, I'll keep you from taking the
That
pills.
was a good
Now, you can
impression, not
trust
gonna lie.
me.
Really?
I'll stay with you until 11
Huh.
o'clock.
So I'm right, there is a killer.
Built up gray sky
I'll do
great.
it. Well, it seems that this maniac extracts a small amount of blood from his victims' throats. And then, because he carries the disease virus in his saliva, he transmits it to them. But for some reason, he remains immune himself.
Oh, come on, Will. Help me. I gotta...
Gotta get my fix, man. Give me them vampire
What's
pills.
happening to me?
I can't see any different except your state of mind. Now, try to bear it just a little longer.
Oh, I can't. You gotta help me.
Look, I'm going to give you the sedative, Paul, in just a few minutes.
I need it now. Please. Please. Oh, please.
Doomed to taking lives by night and
Me
saving
without
them
Dr. Pepper.
by day. Ah, the dramatic art.
Follow
Having
videotapes
accidentally
be
attained
like.
immortality, this pathetic character
Oh,
wants
shit.
more than anything to die and to
Pressing
end
X
his
respectfully. Ooh, now he's a dog. I love how vampire pills turned him into a werewolf. That's some shenanigans right there. Some very inky, icky, stinky shenanigans.
In 1961, actor Francis Lederer had his chance to portray the Prince of Darkness in Curse of Dracula, also called Return of Dracula. This time, the vampire comes to America for his evil pursuits. Using the name of Balak Godal, he presents himself to the unsuspecting family of Cora Mabry, claiming that he is her long-lost cousin from Eastern Europe.
The cross is my enemy, Rachel.
Smashing X
Take it off.
respectfully.
Take off the cross, Rachel, then we can speak.
Breaking the X button disrespectfully. God.
What?
The cross. You will do as I say.
Yosa Junbi Kanryo. Ah, I see. You're going? Alright, Arya. You have a good night. Means ready to go.
Obviously influenced by Bela Lugosi, Lederer is careful not to carry the resemblance too far, choosing a simple, dark business suit for his vampire attire.
I saw that YouTube video too a long time ago that was like Dracula throughout the ages, and they like draw out how his looks changed through the years as Dracula, the different outfits people would give him and stuff.
Now do you fear?
Gonna go back a couple minutes and gonna make a video. Alright, have fun, have fun.
Don't you ever do that again. Get up, will you, Rachel? Gotta help Mom finish making the costume.
Out of the way.
No. No, you must listen to me. You must listen to what I say. You shall not leave. You are bound to me. You shall die as you are bidden to die. Get out of the way!
Oh shit. Whoa.
All right, we're all right.
That is the tiniest cross ever. It's true. But yo, what a way to... That is... I don't think I've... Okay, yeah, see, some of that... There's that steak Laura was talking about where they just kind of turn to bones or dust.
Don't look, honey, he's gone.
That is interesting. I don't think I've ever seen somebody have a vampire fall to their death. Usually they can just float. So that's a neat twist they did.
Ah, the imagination of the filmmaker. And who better in this age
You like
of
Bela Lugosi's
cinematic
depiction?
miracles
Hell
to
yeah.
perpetuate
There's a reason
the
he's the...
ideals
That's
of
like the big one.
Dracula.
Fuck yeah.
But in this, as in all things, truth is stranger than fiction. From Bram Stoker down to today's characterizations of the prince, none has ever succeeded in even approaching the horrible truth of Vlad the Impaler. Even our most famous portrayals of Dracula fall short of the terror expressed in a 15th century portrait of the real Vlad Dracula. The artist is unknown, and so is his fate.
I like the horror. The horror is just a picture of Vlad's
Now
face.
you know what captured Bram Stoker's imagination. You understand the significance of Dracula and the wooden stake. Why little children in Romania warned to be good, or Dracula will get them. Much more influential than the threat that Santa might not bring a gift, don't you think? But there is much more you don't yet understand, more strange truths you have yet to hear. What could be stranger than the truth of Dracula's past, Dracula's present? To the people of Romania, still isolated from the
Vincent
modern
Price
world,
just really wanted to show off that
Dracula and
selfie.
his
He was
legend
so
live
proud.
on. The stories
Right?
play an important part in their lives. You see, my friend, Dracula does exist today. Where? Where else? In Transylvania. You seem to scoff at the truth. I beg you, do not leap to conclusions.
Imagine being a
till you have heard
myth.
the whole
Couldn't be
story.
me.
For stranger things are still to come. Come to a remote village in the Carpathian Mountains of Transylvania. Not 15th century Transylvania, when Vlad Dracula led his bloodthirsty raids, but Transylvania today, where his legend still lives on.
This guy is so cool. Yeah, he threw his cigar in the fire and it exploded. Did you catch that? Like, oh my god. Oh, little Romanian lady. Birds. Y'all ever hear that, like, one rhyme for nursery rhyme where it's like, when you see a bunch of blackbirds, how many there are determines, like, a future? So it's like 1 for sadness, 2 for mirth, 3 for marriage, 4 for birth, 5 for something, 6 for sick, 7 for death, and 8 to be done quick. I don't remember it all, but I always think about it whenever I see birds. Never heard that one. Yeah, it's a really old one. I'll have to try and find it, maybe. I don't remember though. I just know if it's like 12 or 13 birds, it means somebody's gonna die in your family. Back? Welcome back.
Awaiting the funeral tomorrow morning.
I didn't know
And
that.
outside,
Yeah.
the villagers
I don't know,
have
it's like
gathered to
some old like
perform
nursery rhyme I
an
remember hearing when I was really little.
An age-old ritual complete with wailing and fires and homemade masks to ward off evil. To ward off
Question.
the
When vampires go to the graveyard
To
with
these
all the
villagers,
cross tombstones?
this is a serious,
Depends.
one could say, life or death
Crosses are kind of one of
If
those
they
things up in the air. It's
succeed,
like, it bothers
the soul
some
of their
vampires, it
friend
doesn't
will
bother
leave
others.
his body,
Graveyards, technically,
rise
we
to
aren't
heaven.
supposed to go onto
If
because
not,
they are hollowed ground.
could
But
become
if the
a
cemetery or
vampire,
graveyard is
joining
unhollowed,
the great
as in like
undead,
something
destined
dies
to
on the
return
cemetery,
and
that ground is no
promote
longer
evil
hollowed
in
ground,
their
so we can step there.
One double-sided mask shows the effigy
So it
of
kinda
the
depends.
historical decapitated Dracula on one side and the traditional vampire.
What's
with
you
hollow
call two
eyes,
crows next to
pale
each other?
skin, and bloodied mouth on the other. Dracula, the great
Kraka?
undead.
Writes it down. Interesting. Attempted murder. Oh my god. I like that one. I like that one. Yeah, what a fucking party, bro. What the fuck? This is a hell of a ritual party here we got going on, Romanians. Whoa. Muffin becoming a dad out of nowhere. Yeah, facts. What the fuck are you doing? You making a coffin or some shit? Oh, he's making a tombstone. Wow, literally.
By the first light of morning, fear dwindles, but not precaution. Every care is taken to prepare the man's grave properly. In the graveyard, markers tell the story of how others
No,
in
don't
the
be
village
sorry,
died.
Animatter. Don't be sorry.
Here we see how
You let
this
that
shepherd
energy out,
was
man.
murdered
I
and
love
then
it.
Decapitated so that the victim could never
I
come
told Muffin a
back
really bad dad
to
pun
haunt
yesterday.
his murder. Such traditions still prevail.
Some of my
To
favorite
these
dad puns
people,
are
there is
like,
no greater fear than
why
the
couldn't the
fear
bicycle
of the
stand
undead
up by
return.
itself?
A hole is cut
Because
in
it
the
was
sheet
too
covering the
tired.
corpse. The lid of the wedge-shaped coffin is carefully laid on top, but no nail.
My little brother, after
hold
watching
it in
this,
place.
my little brother in the
The
corner.
grave is shallow.
It's alright, vampiric history isn't for everyone. It's a long road. We've learned a lot. I'm into it. The classics. Oh my god.
These procedures make
Moving
it
up.
easy
Oh, my other
for the
favorite one
villagers to
that I used a lot
detect
is
any signs of
why couldn't the
unnatural
seagull
life.
fly over the bay?
Should anything around the grave be disturbed,
Because then it'd
they
be
will
a
see it
bagel.
and react accordingly. One can never be sure.
So
Despite the
fucking
greatest
funny, bro.
precautions, a person may be destined to become a
No.
vampire. And so it is that these creatures lurk in the villages of Romania.
Hey yo, Daddy
Some of the
Bluma.
peasants
Hey
believe.
yo, Daddy
And
Bluma.
that's why their ritual extends past the cemetery into their daily life. As everyone knows, vampires hate garlic. So all that is precious to these people is protected by this herb. The livestock, and of course, the
Daddy Bluma
home.
actually slapped me. I slapped my desk, but yeah.
All possible entrances are
Bluma calling her
covered.
dad, I know it. Mm-mm.
Windows and
Daddy
doors,
Bluma. I mean Daddy.
even the chimney
Sorry, Daddy.
and
Sorry.
keyhole.
Daddy. Sorry.
One can't be too well protected. The
God,
ceremonial mass
I can't wait till we do
reveals the two
Hijikata's
faces
route in
of Dracula,
Hakuoki.
uniting
He is
two
such a
legends,
daddy. Like,
the
Iba
hero
was
of
very
Romania,
sweet and charming,
Crusader,
but Hichikata's
and the
daddy.
vampire,
Like, right?
the
Like,
great undead.
that whole
Silly
scene of him
superstitions.
going like, make me that tea and
Well,
don't
many
fuck it
have
up this time,
And
sweetheart.
many have attempted
Like,
to disprove
ah!
the legends through more practical and physical evidence
Like,
of
yes,
the life
daddy. He's like,
that
you're so stupid. I'm like, yes, daddy.
As you've seen, the historical proof of the existence of this
Agreed.
prince of blood has served mostly to substantiate the legend of evil. And as every detail is unearthed, each seems to match a portion of the legend. Perhaps the most astounding evidence was supplied by
Oh,
an
are we gonna get a guinea pig
archaeological
interview? There's one
expedition mounted
approaching.
in 1936.
Well, we
In
are.
that year, scientists traveled to Transylvania to the monastery of Snagov, to Vlad Dracula's grave, in search of the final truth. Today, Snagov is a gloomy place with only traces of its 15th
Very
century
funny.
magnificence.
Oh my, short hair
Rich in legend,
Hichikata's
there
the
are
next
peasants
level
here
daddy. Yeah,
say
he really
they've
was.
seen the ghost of
Like,
Dracula
long hair's
rising
fine on
from
dudes,
the
but
lake.
I prefer
Who
short
knows
hair
how
as
many
well.
prayers
Most,
and
for the
prisoners,
most part.
famous people, and infamous
You gonna
acts
go? Alright,
these
bye,
walls
Aria.
have
Have a
witnessed
good
through the
night.
centuries. Who knows
Yeah,
how
you
many
feel you, guinea
secrets
pig? Yeah,
lie
that was
buried
Pumpkin that
here.
time. Yeah, he usually speaks a lot of words. Yeah. Yeah, I miss you. See you in the next one, okay?
Professor Dino Rossetti
Bye-bye.
was among the scientists who made that pilgrimage in 1936 here to Snagov. To this day, he is reluctant to discuss his findings. More than 40 years have passed since I conducted my archaeological work here at Snogoff.
That is so cryptic, like how the archaeologist that was working around Vlad is like doesn't want to say what he found out. That's so
Vlad
creepy.
the Impaler was located
Pumpkin's
here.
very opinionated, and it's gonna make sure you hear about it. Exactly, bro. He's the smallest in the litter, and he wants everyone to know that that won't stop him. Fucking
Here
runt.
in this part of the monastery, I had the opportunity to examine the grave. There was nothing to indicate that the grave had been disturbed or profaned. When the grave and the coffin were opened, I found that the clothing was
This
well
reminds me of your old
preserved
dog.
and
Oh no.
in quite good condition.
Yeah, what is it? The Napoleon syndrome, where the smaller they are, they're more
A red
angry
silk
and just
garment
like
with the
obnoxious
farm
they have to be
folds
about
across
it.
the chest, but to our absolute amazement, the body had completely disappeared from inside the clothes. Only the clothing was there, without a trace of the body.
She was the runt to the litter, and she used to be so shy we had to teach her to bark. Oh my god, that's so cute. Isn't that just Chihuahua? I mean, yeah, Chihuahuas do too, but it's like an actual thing called Napoleon syndrome, where if like you're short, you like act more loud and angry because like you want people to still respect you even though you're tiny.
Where is the
Once she
body of
learned that
Dracula?
was her weapon of choice.
The body
Fuck
of the
yes.
Impaler. The body of the great undead.
Spooky.
Truth is an interpretation of facts, whether those facts be real or imagined. To the people of Romania, for the past 500 years, Vlad Dracula has existed as truth. The horrors of history lend credence to his...
Hey, wait a minute.
The people
I'm not
know
tiny.
vampires, demons,
I'm-
and religious beliefs.
I'm
with
a
the legend.
vampire
The
girl.
novelist mixes these
I'm not
elements
tiny.
with a fertile imagination and a dramatic flair. Et voila, Count Dracula in all his glory. The prince's psychotic,
Short.
twisted
Bit-
mind served a purpose.
I'm not
for
short.
The people of Romania against the
Where's
Turks.
Cam? No!
And his evil proves to be
We need
barbaric
confirmation. I am not
only
short.
in the light of the
I'm
knowledge of
5'8", I'm pretty
successive
sure.
generations.
I don't know what that is in the rest of the world units. I did it
I've
for my
told you the
debut,
facts.
and then I think Ryusu was like,
You to
Mistress, I
interpret
think you
these facts
calculated wrong.
and
And I'm
determine
like,
your
shit.
own.
Well, I'm 5'8".
Well,
Yeah, I'm not short.
it's,
I just look
oh,
petite because I'm cute
already.
and vampire.
how time
173.
has flown.
Okay, there you go.
Well,
See?
I've enjoyed this evening very much, but I'm afraid our little chat must come to an
Oh,
end. So
Vincent,
Brimstoke should be back by now. He will show you out.
Vincent, I love you. No, come back. Don't go towards the light. Bro. Shorter than me. I'm 162.
Good morning.
Oh, see, Ryusu's short. You all can't come at me. I just look petite and cute because I'm vampire and sheep. The sheep aspects help with the fluff. Yay! Host and narrator Vincent Price, director John Mullen, and all the people who don't know or care about that much. I hate being short. It's okay. We'll get you in some high heels, man. I think that'll look good. Yeah, it's true. I can just be Lady Lady. Oh yeah, I can give you uppies too. And if you can't get something on the top shelf, I can float up there and get it for you. Yeah, there you go. Dimit. You're in. Yeah, there we go. Cop it down. Just for you. Just for you, baby. Demitris. I can't say her name. love tall. Well, there you go. See? No reason to be upset now. I do hate, like, I don't know. I can't never play into the, I'm just a small, petite, little 4'9" lady. Nah. Bitch, I'm 5'8". And I like, I don't know, beer and grilling. I'm a big lady. I'm a big lass. Anyway, let's go over to just chatting. Imagine someone's story trying to copy that. Also cute. Also a cute image, I'll say. So yeah, that was Vincent Price's Dracula, aka... Shit, what's it called? AKA Dracula the Great Undead. So yeah, not exactly what I thought it was, but like still awesome. We got to hear Vincent Price talk about vampires for like an hour. So you know. It was cool though, like we learned a lot. Like I need to know when you're streaming. Well, my friend, I have a Twitter. It should be in the description of this video where I post my streaming schedule. Otherwise, I always post the streaming schedule in the community tab on my YouTube page. I try and get the waiting rooms up as quick as I can. Sorry, this week is a little scuffed. I just got back from a week-long break of being away at G-Fest. So I'm a little bit behind in putting up the waiting rooms, but you can always see the schedule there. And I always tweet out, too, if the stream is delayed or canceled or anything like that. So on Twitter, I think, is the most reliable spot. But I think a lot of people just look at my community tab, honestly, based on the likes it gets in there. Oh, you sent me... I'm taller than Callie? No, I can't be. I can't be. She's 165'4"? No. Mama, Callie looks so tall, though. What? Hold up. Fua, thank you for your service. Maybe I look tall. I don't know. I always feel like I look petite, but I'm actually kind of tall. Papa shorter? I guess. That's crazy. I didn't know she was that short. Wait, is there like a... Hold on. Give me a sec here. Let me cook for a second. Oh, I know that word, muffin. I know that one now. Teehee. Okay. Stop. Wait, what is she? She's 5... She said at some point she's 5'6". Alright, so like about there. Stop. That doesn't seem right. Am I supposed to be shorter? Maybe. Thighs. And again, Dad has big assets. Yeah, that's true. Dad definitely has bigger badongadongs than I do. That's something too. Cam said, that little shit, where is he? He needs to get back in here so I could talk about him in front of everybody. He was literally like, oh yeah, are you gonna like do an updated 2.0 Bluma for your anniversary? I'm like, yeah, I was thinking about it. And he's like, oh, you finally gonna give her that upgrade everyone thinks you should have? And I'm like, sorry, what? Am I not perfect? And he's like, no, you know, it could be better. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? What the fuck does that mean? Yeah, apparently someone compared her height to Kason, confirmed she's 5'6". Okay. Yeah, so it would be about like that. That's crazy. Dad has high heels. It's true. Also true. But like, normally when you tell people your height, it's without heels, you know what I mean? If you're 5'8", you're taller than Callie, indeed. God! I don't like that. See, like, when I think about how tall Daddy would be, I picture us like this. Not like this. Oh, that's messing with me a lot. I don't know why. It's just like, I guess like before you learn, like, cause like Markiplier too, like I always pictured him a certain way, and then you realize he's like 5 foot, and I'm just like, oh. Man. Small. But I guess that's that vampire genes in me. I'll be right in your... Never mind. Damn it, Reese. I had a D&D campaign with my girlfriend at the time, and one of the characters' traits was great assets. Oh my god. You didn't turn on notifications? That's your first mistake. But honestly, no, I can't even fault that, because, you know, like, I have notifications on, Muffin has notifications on, and we have both confirmed that sometimes it'll give us the, like, oh, Bloom was live when I'm, like, 2.5 hours into the stream, so... I think I'm just cursed. YouTube has it out for me. Like, the laggy notifications to everybody, plus the copyright strikes on the most random of shit. Like, it's pretty crazy, man. It's pretty fucking crazy. She tried to convince the villain to use great assets, only find out that he was gay. Oh my god. Dad shortened you too? Damn. Yeah, I got it on streams. Right? That shit happened. I can't figure out how it's like... These last few streams, I've been getting it, like, kind of on time, but, like, still, it, like, picks and chooses what streams it's gonna notify me for. You know what I mean? It's just like, damn. You're a little bit above Callie's melons. But yeah, no, I got boing boing. See? Fucking, you gonna upgrade her? Fuck that guy. I can't believe that shit. But, hey, yo, mommy. Daddy. 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 Yeah, no, I just had to see what it looked like. Still weird. Still feels weird. But, you know, I guess. Can I be between you two? Yeah, if I had a picture of you, I'd put you between us. Oh, I don't need you to upgrade. I love you the way you are. Oh, thanks, Rizu. That's so sweet. But yeah, anyway, that was our movie night. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Woohoo! Alright, let me just quick check my schedule so I can talk here. When are we streaming next? Friday at 6 p.m. We'll be having an art stream so I can work on some of those art fights. Because I got attacked like 5 times over the weekend. I have only been able to draw 1 so far. So that's that. We'll have that going on Friday night. And then Saturday at 11 a.m. we'll be reading the next chapter of Higurashi Tatorogoshi. Send you a pic of my avatar? Do it. I'll use it for next time. Rizu, yeah. Rizu sent him a pic. Slide in my DMs. Daddy strikes again. Yeah. Alright, guys. But I will wrapping up here for tonight. Thank you so much for coming, hanging out. As always, I appreciate it. You have your own coming up this weekend? Hell yeah! Have fun, Muffin! Have fun! You'll have to tell us about it when you get back. I had not turned on notifications. Well, now you can turn them on if you want. Until next time, yes. Good night and good evening, lamb chops. I will. If I don't see you in the next stream, I'll see you when I see you. Bye-bye.